She's right in the middle of the 9 athletes as well. They set it up for her. Jenna Prandini, well, she's a great 200-meter runner, has a best of 10.9, the American. Hasn't had a vintage season by her standards. 7th in the London Diamond League before the games, hasn't raced since then. Natasha Morrison of Jamaica, 11-1 this year, but she's a 10.85 athlete. Bas Bitaye of Gambia, she goes in lane 3, semi-finalist in the Olympic Games at 200 meters. Then Tamari Davis, 2nd in Lausanne and 2nd in Monaco just before the game. She's a very consistent racer as the 21-year-old American. Best of 10.8. Yeah, and there is Swoboda. How they love her. Silver medalist at the World Indoors in Glasgow back in March behind Julian Alfred. And that wasn't a bad person to lose to, seeing as Alfred went on to become Olympic champion. Marie-Josée Talou Smith of the Côte d'Ivoire. I'm sure she races more than anybody on the whole circuit. A prolific racer. 4th in Lausanne, 11.07. Still in good form, the 35-year-old. Daryll Neita of Great Britain. 4th in the Olympic 100, 5th in the 200. So frustrated with those, although she got a silver from the sprint relay. Tia Clayton, 7th in the Olympic Games. The Jamaican silver medalist. Only a youngster, just 20 years old. And Patricia van der Weken of Luxembourg completes the lineup. She's a late addition, I think, because when I travelled here a couple of days ago, I was chatting to a certain Dina Asher-Smith at the airport as we were waiting for our bags. Dina announced yesterday she was pulling out of this meeting. I'm not sure if she's felt a niggle or if she's just not feeling 100%, but Dina flew here to Poland, but is not competing tonight. So the meeting record, well, it's a rather impressive one. I'm not sure we'll see an extra one added in this race. 10.66 by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price of Jamaica a couple of years ago. But 3 Olympic finalists go here. And all eyes on Swoboda in lane 5. There she is, real powerhouse. She's a tremendously quick starter. Look for her to probably lead at halfway and then maybe to get run down. Can she stay ahead, though, to send everyone home on a high? With Mondo, of course, 2 more attempts at that world record in the vault to come. Well, a really good start from Tamari Davis, there, 4th from right. Swoboda's got some running to do here yet. I don't think she's going to win this one. Really good running on the near side, too, from Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton takes it there on the near side, I think. Probably the shortest athlete in the race and the youngest at 20. The Jamaican in lane 8, I think, just nicked that. 10.81. Well, it is super fast. That's the 5th fastest time in the world this year. And for Clayton, it is indeed a new lifetime best by a pretty big chunk. 10.83 she's given, in fact, but it is nonetheless a lifetime best. Swoboda didn't get her usual bullet start from lane 5. Wasn't able to get the blood up for the crowd through the first half at least. But Clayton, well, she's similarly small in stature, but boy, did she hold her form well through the second half and just hung on.
The women's 100-meter showdown in Poland unfolded as a stunning spectacle of world-class sprinting, blending raw power, ambition, and fierce rivalry. Marketed as the centerpiece of the evening, the race assembled an impressive cast of international sprinters, all determined to make their mark. Yet, it was Jamaica's young sensation, Tia Clayton, who stole the spotlight, producing a performance that announced her as one of the sport's brightest rising forces. The meet took place in Kavita, Poland, a city buzzing with anticipation, especially because local favorite Ewa Swoboda was set to compete. A former European indoor champion and a national icon, Swoboda bore the weight of massive expectations from the home crowd. Fans packed the stands, eager for a victory moment to celebrate. But fortune turned against her. Struggling at the start, a phase usually her strength, she faltered early, lost momentum, and never recovered, ending outside the medal ranks to the crowd's dismay. The final was stacked with a rich blend of seasoned stars and ambitious newcomers. Among them stood Jenna Prandini, the experienced American sprinter well known for her 200-meter speed. Although she had a career best of 10.9 seconds, her form in recent months had dipped, highlighted by an underwhelming showing in London. Jamaica's Natasha Morrison entered with a season mark of 11.1, but her lifetime best of 10.85 hinted at danger for the field. Representing Gambia, Olympic semi-finalist Gina Bass brought added global depth to the lineup. One of the most closely watched athletes was Tamari Davis of the U.S., only 21 years old yet already running with remarkable power. With a personal best of 10.8 and fresh off a second-place finish in Monaco, she was considered a serious podium threat. Britain's Imani Lara Lancequot, Côte d'Ivoire's sprint queen Marie-Josée Ta Lou Smith, and Olympic finalist Daryll Neita also strengthened the star-filled cast. Even with such pedigree, it was the youngest competitor who rewrote the story of the night. Tia Clayton, barely out of her teens, delivered the race of her life. Running wide in lane 8, she unleashed a flawless performance, clocking 10.83 seconds, her personal best and enough to propel her into the world's top 5 for the season. Her balance of explosiveness and composure revealed rare maturity for an athlete her age. What made her achievement extraordinary was the opposition she overcame. Despite being shorter than most rivals, Clayton's flawless technique and relentless acceleration in the closing meters carried her to victory. The finish was nail-bitingly close. 10.83, 10.83, and 10.84 separated the top 3, underscoring just how fierce the contest had been. For Clayton, this was a defining milestone. At only 20, she demonstrated the ability not just to hold her own against elite veterans, but to surpass them. Her progress has been both rapid and consistent, turning her into one of track and field's most exciting names. Analysts are already projecting her as a future world champion, with the potential to chase down historic records. Clayton's rise reflects a new wave energizing women's sprinting. With the 2025 season fast approaching, anticipation is building over how these young stars will continue to challenge one another. Rivalries, so vital to the heartbeat of athletics, are poised to intensify as this new generation closes in on greatness. While Usain Bolt's legendary mark still stands as the summit of sprinting, talents like Clayton suggest that the dawn of a new sprinting era may not be far away. Clayton's victory in Poland resonated far beyond the stadium itself. Analysts quickly highlighted how her performance wasn't just about speed, but about the ability to rise to the moment under immense pressure. Running from the outside lane often poses a psychological disadvantage, yet she used it to her benefit, staying focused on her own mechanics and avoiding the distraction of rivals in her periphery. This composure revealed the kind of competitive mindset usually associated with established champions. The response from fans and experts was immediate. Social media erupted with praise, with comparisons drawn between Clayton and some of Jamaica's legendary sprinting figures, including Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Elaine Thompson-Herah. While she still has a long way to go to match their decorated legacies, her ability to perform against world-class athletes at such a young age suggests that Jamaica's sprinting dynasty will remain unbroken for years to come. Even more compelling is what this means for women's sprinting on a global scale. The event in Poland demonstrated that a generational transition is underway. While icons like Ta Lou Smith and Prandini continue to deliver quality performances, the emergence of Clayton and Davis signals a shift where younger athletes are ready to seize the mantle. Rivalries between these groups, youth and experience, are expected to fuel even faster times and more electrifying finals in the coming seasons.